take a couple of minutes or a
Where did
couple
this
whatever,
250?
however long I need to
Where
vent
did this
for that
two
day.
hundred
You
fifty
can
thousand
take that
dollar
day,
loan come
but
from?
you're expecting me to
The
help you
Why
make a
did it?
decision that's going to take
from
months.
JR had played something and it had said if they took all of the money, $250,000, would the woman still be submissive? So it was something that he played that said that. So that's where the 250 is coming from.
And
If I
I
got
said
two
I
Well, let
would
me
hundred,
still
say
be
this.
submissive.
Okay,
I'm not
let
going
me
to
if I
bash
have
him.
let me just finish. I was gonna finish and say something that you said. For most women, you had said a question about if we win, you're gonna take the win, or if we I didn't listen to you and we missed out on a $2 million opportunity, then what? I'm gonna tell you, most women would be more comfortable losing out on the $2 million opportunity and still have their same lifestyle versus you taking the risk with the 250 and we lose everything and on the street.
I was
Most
just
women are
saying
going
And
to go
that's
for
what
So
and that's what I was
I
just
was just
that's the
saying
point
it's
I was
normal for a
just about
woman
to
to
make.
be emotional.
that's
Hold on,
why
one mic,
most
yeah, one
women
mic, one
are
mic.
good.
Like what
That's
you
why
saying?
most women are not good business minded people. That's why they'll
Okay.
they'll take a risk on a trash ass dude, but they won't take a risk. That makes no goddamn sense.
Okay. Hey, Da.
That makes no sense to me. You let a
Can I just say
pookie.
something real quick? Can I just say something
You
real
roll
quick?
a dice on a pookie and hope you can build a bear, but you'll say, "No, I don't want to invest no money." Man, that makes no sense to me. But go ahead.
I just want to say something real quick because it kind of bounces off of what Miss Taken was saying also. But I think we're talking about a certain type of woman here also in that situation because, like Miss Taken said, like if I was in that situation, there's a difference from a woman that comes from an independent background, self-sufficient, and a woman that not only is and submissive, but then you got a submissive woman who completely depends on that man. I'm not that woman. So 9 times out of 10, if my husband made a decision that put a lot of money in it and he came back and said, babe, we lost it, 9 times out of 10, I'm that woman gonna be like, all right, I'm about to go in the 401k and get about 50,000 out. Let me know what you're gonna do. Like I'm automatically about to go into survival mode and fix what it can, automatically. I'm suggesting I'm about to go get the 401k. I'm gonna probably take out a loan because we ain't got no money now. Like that's what I'm gonna do. But there's some women who is completely dependent on that man. They're gonna freak out. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna feed the kids? How this is and that? I already know how I'm gonna feed my kid. I'm about to go get my 401k. I got reserves somewhere. So there's different type of women when it comes to situations like that too.
That's true.
Okay. Hey, Da, I want to ask you something because if I'm not mistaken, you're a Christian, right?
I was raised under Christianity.
Okay. Well, you have a relationship with God.
Yes.
Do you question God when things happen?
I say, God, can you please explain to me why this happened? I don't understand it. Please give it to me for dummies. I need clarity on this. Yes.
Okay. But then where's the trust and the faith at?
You can still ask for clarity. I'm going to trust that it's going to work out, but I still need some type of clarity so I can know how to proceed.
And does it communicate back with you and give you clarity?
Like, yeah, I've had situations like that. Like, I didn't understand. It's just a lot of situations. I had situations and I've gained clarity. Yes.
Okay.
And but I want to ask a
No,
question.
I wasn't quite
Oh, I'm
finished.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I think you have to do like a deep dive as far as how to understand communication because it goes both ways as far as being a listener and being a talker. Because sometimes we can communicate in a way where we are not factoring in that other element, and it can lead to a big blow up. It can lead to a big blow up. Criticizing or rubbing and a failure can lead to resentment, breaking down the trust and mutual respect that's essential in a healthy relationship. Acting out of emotion can escalate tension and lead to unnecessary arguments, making it harder to resolve the real issue at hand. Emotions can cloud judgment, and focusing on blame instead of finding solutions stops productive discussions, leaving problems unresolved. So I think you have to factor in because a lot of times when we communicate, we think we're doing a fantastic job. But if you do the research, you need to understand how you're communicating and how it makes that person feel, particularly your husband, because everybody is different. You know, there may be somebody that may like that rah rah, and you put them in a place because they may not know no better. You know, that's why when you look at men and
I'll
women,
talk to you like that.
huh? Oh,
Sorry.
you know, that's why when you look at men and women, you can kind of get an idea of what the type of person that they need. If you have somebody that's loud and combative and uh, they want to run the show, they're going to need a weaker man. They're going to need a man that they can talk down to, and that's going to put up with that BS. And then vice versa. You know, if a man is controlling, he wants to dominate, he's going to have to find someone that's willing to put up with his authority. You know, there are some people that have understanding and they know how to turn it on and off, but some people don't have on and off switches. I mean, some people only have on and off switches versus being able to navigate through the moment and knowing when to turn up, turn down, when to balance it out, when to listen a little bit more, when to talk a little bit more. Some people just up or down, left or right, on off. And those people are typically difficult, and they can only just be with certain people. You might be that person where you can only be with a certain type of person. Now, can you grow into being more, like being able to handle like a heavier capacity? It may be. So you can't be with a man that's dominating. And it doesn't have to be looked at as him being dominant. It could just be him just being a great leader. And he's been in that position for a minute, and he knows how to make good decisions. Now, leaders do make bad decisions, but the one thing about a good leader is that they see a truth that you may not see, and they stand on it. And if they fail, they have no problem circling back around to correct it because they understand the bigger picture of it. Most of the time, a good leader is going to make a calculated decision. Even though it's a fail, it still had a lot of thought into it where it didn't totally fail, where $250,000 is gone. I think that just might be somebody who might be bad with finances if they're making those decisions. And those are things, that's why I say those are things that you could probably see, but you have to learn how to communicate with your partner where it's effective. And that's why some of the people were saying, are you even looking for solutions? What's the point of bringing it up when it's not going to do anything? You don't know what it's doing to that particular person. But a weaker person, you ain't gonna bet it. I mean, you can say whatever it is you want to say to them because they just gonna say okay. But you still don't know what it's doing for them in a relationship. Like, I don't even know how you expected him to lead after you gonna just put him in his place and try to talk down on him.